Hello everyone, I am Megha Pathak from Arden Progressive School, your bio teacher.
Children, today we will discuss about sex determination. A person can have either a male sex or a female sex, and the process by which sex of a newborn individual is determined is called sex determination. In majority of sexually reproducing animals, male and female reproductive organs are present in different animals. In mammals, the male and female animals differ in appearance also due to the development of secondary sexual characters. देखिए ज़्यादातर जो mammals हैं और sexually reproducing animals हैं उनमें male और female reproductive organs ये अलग अलग different animals में होते हैं. And in mammals, the male and female animals differ in appearance due to the development of secondary sexual characters. And there are different strategies by which sex is determined in different species. In some species, environmental factors are important in determining the sex of the developing individual. देखिए अलग अलग स्पीशीज़ में अलग अलग सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन की स्ट्रैटेजीज होती हैं. कुछ स्पीशीज़ में एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं. इन सम एनिमल्स temperature at which fertilized eggs develop determines the sex. For example, in turtle, eggs incubated above 33 degrees Celsius produce females, and those incubated below 28 degrees Celsius they develop into males. देखिए कुछ एनिमल्स में टेम्परेचर भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. टेम्परेचर एट विच फर्टिलाइज्ड एग्स दे डेवलप, लाइक टर्टल में अगर जो एग्स डेवलप हो रहे हैं और उनका टेम्परेचर 33 डिग्री सेल्सियस है या उससे ज़्यादा है तो वो फीमेल्स में डेवलप होंगे. एंड इफ़ द टेम्परेचर इज़ बिलो 28 डिग्री then fertilized egg they develop into males. And in Bonilia it's a marine worm. If larva happens to enter the female's body, it develops into male, but if growing alone, it develops into female. See, Bonilia, it's a marine worm. So when its larva, it enters in female's body, this larva develops into male. But if this larva does not enter in female's body, it means it grows alone. So it develops into a female. And in snails, individuals can change their sex, indicating that sex is not genetically determined. But snails, they can change their sex in different conditions. And this indicates that sex is not genetically determined in these animals. क्योंकि snails अपना sex change कर सकते हैं. Now let's study sex determination in human beings. There are 23 pair of chromosomes, and out of 23 pair, 22 pairs are autosomes and 1 pair is sex chromosome. And these sex chromosomes vary in males and females because a male has X and Y chromosome. It means half male gametes of sperms will have Y chromosome and other half will have X chromosome. And a female has 2 X chromosomes. Means all the female gametes means ova will have only X chromosome. देखिए humans में 23 pair of chromosomes होते हैं और इन 23 pair में से 22 pairs autosomes होते हैं and 1 pair is sex chromosome. And in males, X and Y chromosomes are present. Okay, यानी कि half of the male gametes or sperms will have Y chromosomes and other half will have X chromosomes. Okay, and females में केवल X chromosomes होते हैं, यानी कि ओवा में सभी female gametes में X chromosomes होते हैं. All children obtain either chromosomes from both parents. Females, they have a perfect pair of sex chromosome and they contribute X chromosome to both the sexes of progeny. but males have a X chromosome and a Y chromosome. Hence, an egg fertilized by X carrying sperm results in the zygote with XX, which becomes a female, and if an egg is fertilized by Y carrying sperm, it results in XY zygote that becomes male. Thus, we can say the sex of the children will be determined by what they inherit from their father, because females they have only XX chromosomes and males have only XY chromosome. And a child who inherit an X chromosome will be a girl, and one who inherits a Y chromosome will be a boy. And the chances of having a boy or girl are 50-50. And the sex of a child is determined at the time of fertilization and depends on the type of sperm that fuses with the egg. So we should never blame a woman for giving birth to a girl and not a boy. बट हमारे सोसाइटी में फीमेल्स को ब्लेम किया जाता है कि तुम्हारी सिर्फ लड़कियां होती हैं, बट इसके लिए फीमेल्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है. And if a woman gives birth to girls only, it is the father who is responsible for that and not the mother. Now, children, we will discuss the questions which are related to this topic, and I will share a PDF of revision questions with you. And this PDF has the questions of how do organisms reproduce chapter also. So please do these questions in your notebook and prepare for your test, because in bio, how do organisms reproduce, this chapter will come, and this chapter we have already done, we have already revised, but PDF I have not shared. So today I am sharing a PDF with you, and we will also discuss the questions. But first we will discuss the questions related to the topic sex determination. So children, from this topic, first question is, how is the sex of a child is determined in human beings? And this is NCERT question. And this question can be asked in this way also, like describe how the sex of the offspring is determined in the zygote in human beings. So children, in this question also you have to write the same answer that we have discussed right now. And the next question is, how is the equal genetic contribution of male and female parents ensured in the progeny? So children, in this question you will write that a zygote is formed by the fusion of male and female gametes, and during the formation of gametes, sperms and eggs, because these are male and female gametes, so they receive only single genome of a parent, means half of the genetic material of the parent cell. And when fertilization occurs, half chromosomes from sperm and half chromosomes from eggs reaches the zygote. It means both male and female parents contribute exactly equal amount of genetic material to the offspring. Now children, we will discuss the questions from how do organisms reproduce chapter. So first question is, draw the diagram of human female reproductive system and label the following parts. First part is, which produces ovum? So ovum is produced in ovaries. So you will have to draw the diagram of female reproductive system and label ovary. And the second part that you have to label is where fertilization takes place. So fertilization, it takes place in fallopian tubes or oviduct. Okay, fallopian tubes are the site of fertilization. Fertilization, fusion of male and female gametes, which forms zygote. And the third part that you have to label is where implantation of embryo takes place. So what is implantation? Implantation is the process in which embryo, it gets embedded in the thick lining of uterus. So this is implantation. So implantation occurs in uterus. And now the second question is, draw a neat diagram of fate of pollen after landing on stigma. And also label the following parts: female germ cell, pollen tube, pollen grains, male germ cell. These four parts you have to label. So children, in this question you have to draw this diagram which is presenting on the screen, and in this diagram you have to label female germ cell which is present in ovary, pollen tube you have to label, pollen grains, and male germ cell also which is present in pollen tube. So these four parts you have to label. Now children, next question is, describe the menstrual cycle. So the cycle of events takes place in the ovaries and uterus in every 28 days and marked by the menstrual flow is called menstrual cycle. See, in case fertilization does not occur, the thickened wall along with the blood vessel breaks down and moves out of the vagina in the form of discharge, which is called menstrual flow, and which lasts for 2 to 8 days. And in case if fertilization occurs, the inner wall of uterus thickens to receive the developing zygote. Okay, and in this condition, menstrual flow does not come out from vagina. And the next question is, how does the embryo get nourishment inside the mother's body? The embryo gets nutrition from the mother's blood with the help of a special tissue which is called placenta. And placenta is a disc-like tissue which develops between the uterine wall and embryo. As mother eats, the food passes through the digestive system, and nutrients, they travel through the mother's bloodstream and get exchanged with bloodstream of fetus through placenta. And next question is, what are the functions performed by the testis in human beings? So testis performs in human beings these functions. First, it produces male sex gamete or sperms. And secondly, it produces the male sex hormone which is testosterone. Now children, next question is, what are the different methods of contraception? So there are number of methods which are used to avoid pregnancy. And in this question you will write mechanical barrier like condom, and secondly drugs or pills are used to avoid unwanted pregnancies, and third thing is IUCDs or intrauterine contraceptive device like copper T, and fourth is surgical method. Surgical methods of contraception are available for both males and females, like vasectomy is performed in males and tubectomy is performed in females. In tubectomy, small portion of oviduct is cut or tied properly, and due to this the egg is not able to reach the uterus and thus fertilization. And in vasectomy, small portion of the sperm duct is cut or tied properly, which inhibits the sperm transfer, which prevents sperms from coming out, and due to this fertilization does not take place. So children, today we will do till here, and please do these questions which we have discussed in this video in your notebook.